What is up, guys? My name is Jason Ankin and this is my vlog channel. So thank you for clicking on the video. We have another vlog update today. We're going to do another driving vlog. Yes, it is Saturday. We've just finished jiu-jitsu and I'm going to reflect again a little bit about the topics we'd like to cover on this channel. Include things about the mind, things about the body, and just life in general. So I've just finished a 2-hour jiu-jitsu session and I've basically got a nice little tip video for you. Basically, I'm going to give you 5 tips that you can use to create long-term, consistent personal growth from an INTJ's perspective. If you don't know what an INTJ is, it's part of the Myers-Briggs type indicator. It's a personality test, and I am an introverted, intuitive, thinking, judging type, often referred to as the mastermind. We're very well known for our high performance and productivity. Essentially, INTJs like to know things, and that involves the discovery of principles. Once you find a principle, then we like to apply it, we organize it, because we are also we're very interested in the application of these principles through our ability to think and organize and strategize. Sometimes the INTJ is referred to as a strategist. So what I've got for you is 5 key tips that you can use to attain long-term personal growth. Right, so tip number 1, before you begin any attempt at making yourself a better person, you must first understand where you are. And the best way that you can do that is by conducting a personal assessment. So let's say, for example, you want to improve your health and fitness. It might be a good idea to do things like fitness testing. It might be a good idea to do things like a food diary. If you want to improve your performance in work, you might want to do an assessment on your time management, for example. What this will do is it will give you a snapshot of where you actually are. You can't move forward without first knowing where you currently stand. So yes, assessments are everything. INTJs love to know, we love to test things, we love to find things out. It's about testing, assessing, getting that feedback, making sure that we are not BSing ourselves. It's very easy to go through life and BS yourselves. So the best way to do this, to get around this problem, is to conduct personal assessments. There are a whole range of different personal assessments. I cannot go into all of them because you can assess absolutely everything. Focus specifically on the area that you want to improve upon, whether that's your health, your relationships, your career, whether it's your lifestyle, your living conditions, quality of life, etc. And then conduct an assessment. Maybe do it a day long or a week long. Do some testing, get some data in, and then you can look at this data to help you improve. Okay, that's step 1. Step number 2, let me read. So yes, step number 2 is to eliminate or minimize destructive / wasteful behaviours. Now, the concept of elimination might be difficult for some people. Elimination is kind of absolutist. It means that you should get rid of something completely. Some people don't want to get rid of things completely. So what I've done is I've added in the other word, minimize. So if you can't eliminate something, you should at least strive to minimize the problem. So for example, if you're trying to improve your health and you've done an assessment on your health activities and all of a sudden you realize you're drinking way too much alcohol and that's damaging your health, you can do one of 2 things. You can completely stop ingesting alcohol, or you can completely minimize it and reduce it. I myself was noticing negative side effects from drinking alcohol a number of years ago because I was over drinking, and I completely quit cold turkey for 4 years. But I had time to ruminate, and then basically I got back into it, and I only drink at least once a month, and I only set a limit of 5 drinks, 5 light beers. So I eliminated initially, and then I got back into it and realized that I can drink a little but not a lot. So yes, these are usually behaviours that are destructive. So drinking large amounts of alcohol is destructive to your body. Drinking small amounts of alcohol, not so destructive. And also wasteful activities. So for example, if you want to improve your performance, so for example, if you want to be highly productive, you're setting up, maybe you're working a 9-to-5 job, and on the side you got your side hustle. You want to do a bit of, you want to run like a business on the side. Basically what you need to do is eliminate activities that get in the way of you doing that side hustle. For example, I have an awful habit of watching YouTube videos. I watch a lot of content, and what I need to do in order to improve my performance and productivity is that I need to reduce the amount of time that I'm watching YouTube videos, so then I free up time to do more of the stuff that takes me towards my objectives. Really simple. That is number 2. And notice how these things complement one another. These are not just random facts. This is a system. I'm an INTJ. We love systems. We love step-by-step processes that lead towards the achievement of our goals. So the next thing, after you've assessed your lifestyle, you've eliminated destructive or wasteful activities, you've minimized those activities down, then the next thing you need to do is to raise your standards. Raise your standards in every single area of your life. Whether that's your health and your fitness, whether that's your relationships, whether that's your career, whether it's your education, whether that's your lifestyle, always strive to raise your standards. It's actually really easy. Let's say, for example, you're a 6 out of 10 compared to where you want to be. You want to be a 10 out of 10, but you've done an assessment and you find out you're only a 6 out of 10 overall. What you should then do is strive to increase your standards. Now, this is the thing. If you increase your standards by 1% every single month, in 40 months, you will be a 10. That is not a huge amount of improvement every single month. That should be easy. 1% improvement per month is cinch. That is not a lot. And if you're consistently raising your standards over an extended period of time, in 40 months, if you're an average 6, you can be an average 10. That's not that far away, guys. That's only 4 years away. And this is the thing. Most people think that high levels of success takes huge amounts of time. It really doesn't. If you're consistently, incrementally improving your standards on a regular basis over a long-term period of time, you will make huge improvements in short periods of time. And this is the thing, guys. There's no reason why you couldn't make a 5% improvement in your life every month, or a 10%. 10% is a bit bold. Maybe 10% every 3 months or so. That is principle number 3 if you want to improve your personal growth. Next principle. Oh, I just scared the crap out of everybody. Everyone's like, oh my God, now I have to raise my standards. So what that's going to do, that's going to make people freak out. They're going to be like, oh no, now I have to improve every single area of my life. Yeah, you actually have to do this. You have to be willing to do this. So the next principle number 4, is learn to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You're not going to make any improvements in your life whatsoever in your comfort zone. Okay? I just did a 2-hour jiu-jitsu session, right? I'm a white belt. I haven't even got 1 tab in my white belt. I've been at the club 2 months. I've done 21 training sessions. That is it. I am getting absolutely destroyed in sparring sessions. I'm getting tapped out 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times in a session. And I'm barely even getting 1 submission on somebody else. I am very uncomfortable being submitted all the time, but I realize that I'm going to get better. I'm putting myself in under pressure situations. See, this is the thing, guys. guess what? Crap is going to happen in your life. You're not going to be able to avoid it. It is a fact of life. Crap is going to come your way whether you like it or not, okay? So the point being is, if you decide that you're going to make yourself a stronger, better version of yourself, and you're going to put yourself in situations that make you uncomfortable, guess what? When those crap situations occur in the future, you will be mentally and physically ready for them. You will have mental resilience. You will have mental toughness, because you will remember, oh, I've been in tough experiences before in the past. I'll be able to get through this. So yes, guys, principle number 4 is get comfortable being uncomfortable. You do not grow surrounding yourself with people and activities that do not challenge you and make you learn new things. And this is the thing, challenging things don't have to be serious. When I'm in jiu-jitsu and I'm getting submitted left, right and center, I'm laughing my face off, because it's fun, it's enjoyable, and I know that I'm getting incrementally better every single week that I could turn up to training. And this is the thing as well, really pay attention to the people that you're associating yourself with. Your friends, your family, your circle of influence, your work colleagues, etc. should also be putting pressure on you. And you should also learn to put pressure on your friends. And obviously this is difficult, because when you start to put pressure on your friends might go, hey, don't put pressure on me. You know, I want to go at my own pace. And that's fair enough. But if you want to improve, if you want to get better, if you want to be a better individual, you need to surround yourself with individuals that are absolute killers. Individuals that want to improve their performance, individuals who want to become more mature, individuals who want to develop strength of character. Surround yourself with those type of people. Don't surround yourself with people that are passive, that are weak, that are subject to groupthink or tacit approval. They all just nod along and everybody just goes along with everybody else. No, you want to be around people that tell you, listen, you're doing this wrong, improve it. If you keep doing this, it's going to affect you negatively down the line. Learn to tell people when they're wrong. And if it damages their ego, remind them, listen, if you improve upon this, you will gain confidence. And as you gain confidence, you will be less negatively affected by criticism in the future, because you will realize its benefit. Okay, so getting comfortable being uncomfortable is so damn important. I am very uncomfortable when I'm comfortable. When I start to feel comfortable in myself, I get very uncomfortable. I can feel the passivity seeping in. I can feel entropy slowly breaking down my body. I can feel the atrophy of my character slowly weakening. I like stimulation. I like to climb uphill. If you're not growing, you are decaying. Okay, guys. Number 5. Principle number 5 is consistently develop 3 key virtues or key qualities. So you want to consistently develop your motivation, you want to consistently develop optimism, and you want to consistently develop discipline. Okay? Why are these so important? These are, in my opinion, these are the success virtues. You cannot expect to improve upon anything at all in life unless you have a combination of these 3 things. You need motivation to get you going. You need optimism so that you have positive expectations that you're going to be able to achieve what it is that you're aiming to achieve. And thirdly, you need discipline to keep you on track. You see, motivation gets you on track. It gets you moving in the right direction. You know, it's taking the initiative and getting going. But discipline prevents you from going off track. When you have these distractions in life that drag you off track, discipline inhibits you from doing those things that take you away from your goals. So yes, motivation can be generated in large part by your goals. There's a really positive relationship between goal setting and motivation. It is a demand and supply relationship. What I mean by this is when you set a goal, it will be met with a corresponding supply of motivation. If you set small goals, small amount of motivation. If you set moderately large goals, you will get a moderate amount of motivation. If you set large goals, you will get a large amount of motivation within reason, because obviously there are limits to human potential. Okay, so you're going to be able to only set goals that take you to the full edge of your capacity. So yes guys, in order to trigger and stimulate motivation, think long and hard about what it is that you want to accomplish in your life, whether it's within your health, your relationships, your career, or your living conditions, or your education, or whatever it may be personal to you. But set a goal and decide that you're going to actually achieve that goal. That will stimulate and trigger the corresponding supply of motivation. The second virtue or principle, if you want to call it, is optimism. Optimism is, it's mental luck. Optimistic people have been shown scientifically, psychologically, to be more lucky. And the reason why they're more lucky is because they're more likely to do things that other people will not do. There was an interesting experiment, and it was one of those people that stand out on streets and offer free things to people that walk past. And basically what the people didn't know is that one of what they were offering was a scratch card, and within the scratch card there was a £10,000 or something like that. There was a money reward. And basically what they found is the individuals who were optimistic were more likely to say, yeah, I'll take part in the raffle, I'll put down money and enter the raffle, because they're positive, they're optimistic that they were going to win. And what they found is that these individuals, because they were willing to opt in, because they were positive, they ended up getting the money. They ended up winning the £10,000 just simply because they believed, I'm going to put down money for this raffle because I believe that I could possibly win. You know, it's kind of, but obviously again, there's levels to motivation. You can be over optimistic or you can be under optimistic. You need to get that optimal optimism. But the point being is, you increase the probability of you being successful simply by expecting success, or expecting to grow, expecting to achieve. And the final virtue that you need to develop is discipline. Discipline is my personal most valued virtue. I think discipline is the key to the castle. It's that gives you the keys to the castle. Temperance or discipline leads to success. If you heard of a guy called Jocko Willink, the Navy SEAL, he produced a book called Discipline Leads to Freedom. But I would say discipline leads to everything. It leads to truth, it leads to freedom, it leads to justice, and it leads ultimately to your success. So that is it, guys. These are my 5 principles in systematic order that you can use to dramatically improve your performance consistently over a long-term period of time. And I will review them again. Number 1 is conduct a personal assessment on yourself. You need to know where you are. Number 2, eliminate or minimize destructive or wasteful behaviors. Cut out the chaff. Get rid of the useless stuff that creates space. Number 3, raise your standards. 1% improvement per month. If you're an average 6, will take you to an average 10 in 40 months. That is not a long time to be an average 10. Number 4, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Growth. Have you heard of that thing called growing pains? Yes. In order to grow, it's going to be painful. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. And lastly, develop these 3 virtues to their height. Motivation gets you going, optimism leads to positive expectations, and discipline keeps you going. It keeps you on track. So guys, that is it. Thank you for watching. If you have a comment, leave it down below. If you find this video entertaining, interesting, or useful, remember to hit that subscribe button for future videos similar to this one. My name is Jason Ankin. This is my vlog channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. and I will see you later. Bye.